Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing amazing today or whenever you see this. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Hopefully you find a message here. And if you're a returning sub, I hope you find a message here and welcome back. Thank you so much for all the support. So we're going to hop right into the reading. Today it's a kind of specific message, just something I was getting intuitive download when you start something new. And especially if you just tuned into the reading I just posted, it's like you're going to start something new and it's going to feel very familiar, like something you've done before. So for some of you, it actually is something that you've done previously in your life. This could be what I'm getting big vibes on, either like something creative or being a healer, a light worker. And for others of you, it actually has to do with something to do with like beauty or being a beautician, and for others of you like interior design. So I'm picking up on a few different flows, and this is before we're even kind of getting into it. So I really hope you're doing amazing. Let's get into the reading. And we've got a new month ahead. So with this new month coming in, lots of changes coming in for you. So yeah, what I really feel like though, it's going to be something you've done before. For some of you, it could be something in the public eye. Wow. Just split the deck and definitely check out that reading I just posted earlier with the whale and orca elders. So this made an appearance in the reading I just did. It's really about sharing your sound, going deep within and really sharing your story. So for some of you, you're being asked to share your experiences in life. There's something about what you've overcame or been through that others could really learn a thing or two from, and it's going to help you really heal and overcome whatever you've been through. So this is really beautiful energy to be in. For some of you, wow, you previously carried the weight of the world on your shoulders. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. So this will be part of your healing for some of you. I feel like you could be a light worker that gives to others, and if not, you could just be a musician or some other creative way of giving to others, right? There's so many ways that people do so. I mean, you could be someone who loves to paint for people, and sometimes you just give it to them, you know, without charging. Or for others of you, you could do free readings, or you could just do YouTube content, free YouTube content. For some of you, I just heard you could post makeup content. You could also post some sort of beauty content. So we're going to see what comes up. Don't forget to like the video if this is going to resonate for you, if you're excited to hop into it. Wow. Jump in, surrender to the sweetness, and Star Keeper. So really beautiful energies to signify this reading as we hop in. So you know what? We'll actually do 3, just like that. Perfect. So let's get some background meaning on these before we hop in. And this can also help kind of clarify maybe if you're unsure of what your life purpose is at some time. For some of you, you might be just kind of figuring it out, wondering if you are taking the right path, knowing that there's like two opposite spectrums you could go in life right now, and just trying to make sure that you're following the right path forward. Really just trust your intuition. Of course, this message is purely guidance and just hoping to give you some sort of conclusion as to what's coming up next. But ultimately, always follow your heart, right? And Spirit's saying for some of you, it's time to trust the unknown, to be okay to dive deep and to really like figure out who you are as a person and be okay with sharing the experience or the journey. So for some of you, that's a really strong message. You're holding something back. Maybe some of you have been through something difficult that could really give others an interesting perspective. And for others of you, it could just be that you're coming into your own awareness and really realizing that the past is the past too, right? No reason to harbor any resentments or any old feelings, especially for those that did you wrong. It's really time to just let go or release. Feel that positive vibe that's about to flow in for you from Spirit. And for all of you, sending light and blessings your way. So let's see what's going on. Wow, you are not the same person anymore. Do not let anyone or anything bring you back to negative cycles. You got this. Break the cycle. So for some of you, it could be whatever you're trying to pursue. Others do not agree with it or consider it maybe to be your destined path. But strong message from spirit is just to really like follow your heart, right? At the end of the day, you are the one that wakes up every day and walks in your own shoes. Wow, a solution is on its way. Any past issues or struggles will slowly be a distant memory. A solution to a particular problem is coming in soon. So for some of you, this could have been the struggle, wanting to make the changes but feeling stuck, feeling like you had a lack of resources or time or energy to pursue this particular project. Could have been all three in some cases for some of you. So we're going to get a few tarot to see what comes out. And this will just kind of be what's coming up for you with this past life and what you can really expect to come in. So I did just drop some. I'm still kind of shuffling, not ready yet, but we've got the 10 of Cups there. So really beautiful after the 10 of Swords. So feeling some sort of defeat or loss, and then realizing ultimately that you can create your own happiness. And this is where this whole past life ties in. Okay, because what I'm feeling strongly is some of the energy and the anxieties that you're actually feeling is old energy. It could be either from the past, literally in this lifetime, or for a lot of you, literally a past life resurfacing. And especially if you know you are someone who has those dreams or kind of has that ability to communicate with your spirit guides, like you're aware of what your past life may be. For others of you, you may be being guided to go get a past life reading. Definitely something you may want to check out. And now we've got the Empress. Beautiful. So you could be a Libra or Taurus, and if not, it's like, look at that, birthing new projects, new ideas. Welcome everyone just tuning in. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can be notified next time I go live. And if you would like to make a donation to the channel, I did attach my PayPal link there, or you may in the super chat. And thank you so much. We're going to keep going into this now. So with this whole Empress card out, that's some beautiful energy to be in. It's like new life, new creative projects, new ideas, and things being fruitful, successful. It's not like false victories or false new starts. It's going to cause some tower moments for those around you, but it's almost like you deserve this. For some of you, it could be even a past person. So let's keep going. But really beautiful energy. I feel like overall, just to remember, you're not the same person anymore. And that could resonate too if you are holding on to some sort of past life energy you're unaware of. It's like actually just like maybe for some of you, do some sort of meditation to really clear the cords and let go of any feelings you have. For some of you, you could tell maybe it's not your own energy you're holding on to, or it's old energy. Knight of Pentacles, they want you to focus on these dreams that you have and not be afraid to go after them. And for some of you, it's going to be a solo mission for the first bit. Okay, the Moon. So there's still things that haven't been revealed yet about the situation. They want you to just trust your intuition and know that anywhere you've been given deceit or some sort of betrayal, that you're being guided away from that situation naturally. Because ultimately, like, those energies aren't acting in high vibrational frequencies, and they've got you left in your head. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is even a past life energy coming back through something that you're unaware of, especially if you know you experienced a spiritual awakening more recently. This is more likely to happen because you're almost like opening up either your third eye chakra or just an overall sense of feeling with all your emotions, your senses, and somehow, sometimes that can trigger old thoughts, right? You know how they say we only use 15% of our brain? Well, what does the other 85 compute? If you tune into my readings, it's really actually interesting because the other day I was saying the theory about how I feel like when we are born, automatically there is a certain amount of information we retain, either from our past lives without recalling, or just automatically us as humans, human beings. And I feel like in general, this kind of relates back to that, weirdly enough, because if you think about it, only using the 15%, well, what's the other 85%? Is it full of past life memories? Is it maybe mean then that you have only so many specific life cycles that you experience, you know, past lives, and that is all a percentage of your brain? Or is it just otherwise? I don't truly believe that we sit and only use 15% out of the 85 and that it's just an empty void of space. There's definitely something in that void of space. So I really hope if you're on my channel, you could agree with that. And what you're being asked to do is just to tap into your awareness. For some of you, ultimately, you are connecting with that already, and this is the anxiety you're feeling. Or for some of you, it's like, okay, you just started a new career or you found something you're passionate about, right? And the more you're getting into it, you could feel like these insecurities are coming up maybe, and you're like, oh, where's this even coming from? And then you're like, no, okay. For some of you, it's literally just past energy that's carried over. And for others of you, a small percentage of you, it could be even a past life, like spiritual attack that somehow hasn't kind of made its way away from you. And maybe it's just not even that it's back in your life, but the energy, you are so strong connected with your intuition that you could actually pick up on this past energy. So really interesting. Definitely looks like it was a passion, something you were previously connected to. Now, with these specific new life paths that I feel like some of you may be taking, for a lot of you, I got to be straight up, this is a collective reading, but there's a lot of feminine energy here. So for a lot of you, you could be a divine feminine, really waking up into your true life calling and purpose, realizing that things aren't always as they seem in the world. You know, maybe some of you grew up believing you had to live your life a certain way, or you had to be a certain way, and you couldn't achieve the true dreams in the back of your mind that you truly always wanted to do. And I feel like this could have been something that held you back, and okay, wow. And for some of you, this is what happened in a past life. And if you ultimately didn't complete that cycle, what's happening is this energy, because you've stepped into this new awareness of this new idea, you have this new project, this energy has resurfaced itself. So ultimately, it's like the void, right? The unknown. Well, subconsciously, if you did tune in earlier and you do agree with my thought theory, I mean, I really don't think us as humans, we are very, very much so intelligent species. And it's like, how come only certain inventors, right, figure out certain things to create that now in our century and our days have really defined our lives, right? You know, how the telephone was invented, certain things like that. I mean, I feel like that was somehow maybe that person's something they did in their past life, or it was just already predetermined within them, right? It wasn't tapped into yet, the void. It's like the spiritual knowing. I feel like purposely, like divine gives us all each a life path, right? And certain things you have to experience in order for you to wake up to these other things. So ultimately, if you stepped into a new life path or purpose, could be something you're very excited about, passionate about, but at the same time fearful about, because for some of you, of course, it's the unknown, it's new, how's it gonna go? But for others of you, you're actually just picking up on past energy from literally lifetimes ago. For some of you, if you notice the depiction of Egypt there, could have been quite a long time ago. Also, the thing with reincarnating, if you truly believe, it's almost like if you are reincarnating, what if you had that time in between where you spent in the void trying to realize your lesson in between lives? So it could have been a long time since this lifetime in particular that you had this past energy from that is just now resurfaced. And especially if you know you are someone who is very much tuned in with your senses, with your chakras, and especially with your third eye, right? So that will only resonate for a few of y'all if you were totally getting my vibe there with that. But for others of you, really interesting thought. I've never totally actually thought about that. But if you think about specifically, right, how people do come here and in their lifetime, they invent things. Truly, I do believe that divine does give us that path and motion before we even realize that. But really a beautiful thought to think it could actually subconsciously always be in your mind. And I truly do believe that if you tune in on this channel. Absolutely. But it's like you wake up to the calling, right? As you go through different experiences in life that allow you to see the world in a different light, in a different way, and constantly expanding your mind to realize how complex it is as well. So really beautiful. We're going to keep going and see what other energies come out. But really interesting there. I feel like it's time for you, though, to realize that there are specific things, I guess, Spirit's saying you can do to kind of keep the anxiety to a minimum, or the fear of failing, they're saying, because ultimately, trust your intuition and your path. Like there's something you're about to do that's meant for you. And for a lot of you, it's something you've previously done for at least a lifetime or even multiple lifetimes. A solution is on its way too, right? And wow, okay. So now looking back at this angel message, now that we've got the cards pulled out as well, look at that, right? It says, you are not the same person anymore. Do not let anything or anyone bring you back into negative cycles. So for some of you, it's legit past energy, or even just if you feel this more resonates for this lifetime specifically. Like maybe for some of you, you tried to do something, felt like it wasn't successful, and now you're trying again. If you feel like the whole past life doesn't resonate for you, that is what it is. But I also feel like if you were drawn here, absolutely feel a connection to knowing instinctively that whatever you're doing currently is something from a past life. And for some of you, it was connected with a false lover in a past life. This could be part of the insecurity as well. Some sort of illusion painted around you to make you believe that almost like you didn't deserve it, and whatever you're working towards is going to make you feel stuck. But ultimately, this gift is for you. Absolutely. And anyone that tried to like stop you in a past life, you will get your justice in this life. With the world here, that is such a major arcana, beautiful energy to be in, the Hierophant and the world. Long-lasting commitments. So this is in career as well. And notice like just the stairway there. Truly divinely guided. Absolutely beautiful energy for you to be in. I really hope this is resonating for you. As well, it could have been either a fire sign or a Pisces that tried to leave you feeling stuck in the past. Heavy on that energy. We've got double Pisces here. And lots of fire just from these few cards. So we're going to keep going and see kind of what comes out. I feel like you yourself as well could either be a fire sign or a Taurus. And with fire, we've got Aries, Leo, Sag. But just know, like this time, this life, things are going to go according to Divine's plan. And only you and Divine know what that truly is. And technically, only Divine truly knows what that is, right? You will get insight. You will receive clarity. Absolutely. And even us as readers, this is what we're here to do, to give you more sense of clarity. But ultimately, it's just between you and Divine. So really beautiful energy. I feel like someone needed to hear that though. Let go of this fear and anxiety. Be your true self. Be connected with Earth. For some of you, you need to connect with nature more. Some of you maybe spend a little more time outdoors. Absolutely beautiful energy. Let's get a few more cards and then we're going to clarify the void there because really interesting. Wow, 6 of Wands just fell out. Y'all, okay, look at that. Center stage. So it's like, and look at how the woman is rejoicing. This time you're going to be able to get it right, whatever you're working on. You're going to have your victory and your success. And this is just past energy, past life for some of you. I just heard the past few years, or for a lot of you, it could be multiple lifetimes that this cycle has played out with no justice. And you just feeling confused lifetime after lifetime. For some of you, if you weren't either any of these signs, a fire sign, Taurus, or Libra in this lifetime, then you were in a past lifetime. And with fire, we've got Aries, Leo, Sag. Just say it again in case anyone new was joining in there. But really beautiful. Look at that. People want to hear what you have to say. So I'm not sure what it is you do. For some of you, you could honestly have a platform. Maybe you just do like a TikTok or social media influence. Maybe you have a really cool style. People just love to like, I'm hearing mimic it or vibe with it. They just feel connected to you. I feel like you could be very different, very creative as well. Love it. I'm not sure if you've seen the show, but with the knitted sweater there, and especially with this, I'm getting huge euphoria vibes. You could love that show. You could feel a deep connection with one of the characters on there. And if not, you like just legit, you're ready to make an impression on the world. You want to be world known as well. Maybe something you do. You would love to be recognized for that talent. Maybe you want to do like some sort of traveling. Knight of Wands. Beautiful. Yeah. So for some of you, you do have a calling to do something that you're more known for. So I feel like for some of you, huge comedian vibes, or you could be a public speaker. You could be someone who's going to go give those types of speeches to empower others or to bring some sort of peace into the world even. You could be like an earth angel, really just wanting to go and spread love. Spread your love and light across the world. After a time when life made you feel a lot less than, or possibly like just people around you. And you could have also felt lost, right? Like you didn't know what your true life calling was. And for a lot of you, it's really weird because it's like the more you step into it, you're going to just be like, wow, like this all adds up. It's connected. For some of you, someone from your past life tried to prevent you from doing this. And this is why this energy really is truly carrying out. Notice how it's like the contemplation you could be in almost looks like it's from another dimension, right? So it's literally a past life energy, something you're holding on to. Something for a lot of you, they're saying it's an old cycle. It no longer exists. And even for some of you, if it is in this lifetime, could be a King of Swords that kind of did you wrong. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They're saying just let go. This person will not hold you back in this lifetime. The only person that can allow yourself to feel confused now and defeated, they're saying, is ultimately you. So it's time for you to keep going, loves. You got this. Beautiful. And let's get a few more details. We'll go do a couple archetypes to see what jobs specifically, see if you need that kind of clarification. Thank you so much, everyone tuning in. Nice to see some new people in the chats. Wow, 9 of Swords. Definitely check out that reading I did earlier. Really resonates with this. So we got the 7 Pentacles in reverse and the 2 of Pentacles. So yeah, in a past life, something wasn't successful. And for a lot of you, this is the energy you're holding on to, worrying. Also remember too, when you put those vibes out into the universe, that's what it attracts. So when you learn to really let go of that fear and insecurity and trust in the knowing, in knowing what's meant for you is yours and what isn't, ultimately will be replaced with what truly is, that's when you'll feel on top, right? So for some of you, you could even be on TV. Maybe you've been debating doing some sort of reality show, dating show. I feel like you could definitely be a divine feminine watching as well. Wow, you're going through a huge rebirth, transformation. Look at that. Literally from past life to this life. They're saying to let go of the unknowns, the void, whatever's been like stopping you previously. It's really time to just let go of that, because whatever it could possibly be, ultimately, it's from the past. It's no longer a part of your future. And you could be spending a lot of time in contemplation in this energy instead of actually making moves, is what they're saying. And for some of you, it's just someone disappointed you, made you feel like you're not sure if this is your path or your journey. But notice all the spiritual animals surrounding this person. You were never alone. You always had your spirit guides, and it really signifies, looking at this card right now, they were coming to visit you in different types of forms. You could notice different birds. Maybe you saw a hawk. You never saw hawks or crows before. Hearing crows. You could have saw a bat. Maybe you had a bat fly into your house. That's actually really lucky if you do have a bat randomly out of nowhere. But sometimes people go their whole life without ever seeing a bat, right? And for others of you, you could have just seen it maybe fly by in your backyard. And for others of you, very rare, very beautiful sighting. If you have seen an owl recently, you got some good luck coming your way. That is your confirmation from the universe. I was just told for some of you to look out for that. If you see an owl, any type of form, it could even be on TV or like in front of your eyes. But for most of you, especially if it's in front of your eyes, that's like a really good omen for you at this time. And also just a confirmation that whatever was wrong to you in the past is going to be righted this time. So it's really beautiful, especially if it's like past life energy. Okay, look at that. This could be you currently, and if not, this is the energy you've been in previously. Feeling like you are running and working towards something and then wanting to run away and leave it at the same time. This is your past energy. You're really picking up on that. Just feeling some sort of attachment to something that previously held you back or let you down. For some of you, it could have been a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. We've got double air energy there. And you could also be this sign if not. So let's get one or two more cards to clarify the reading. All right, so we had 4 of Swords flew out there. So in reverse. So with that, you've been feeling isolated, just feeling like it doesn't matter who has kind of tried to show you that they support you in this new path. It may feel a little empty or a little defeating, but the energy is really your past energy you're picking up on. The Emperor, really beautiful. So you're meant to really achieve some sort of success in this lifetime. I feel like maybe too in a past lifetime you really struggled. And so this lifetime could have started out with the same type of lessons, being a very difficult life to endure. And as you're getting older and going through things and discovering your purpose, it's like Spirit's almost saying it's only going to get better. But you have to just trust that, right? And not let those insecurities get to you. So with the Emperor as well, could be Aries or Taurus. And if not, just really signifies embodying some type of like very strong morals and values and mindset. Just like in charge of your life, knowing where you're headed, knowing what your next moves are, keeping them to yourself, and really moving forward. If this is resonating for you, let's get those likes up, and I really hope it is. And let's keep going. So also, I feel like for some of you, like in a past life, it was either that you were more successful or you were not. And it's going to be really righted in this life. Like for some of you, you could have grown up in poverty or lack, and it's like it was never supposed to be that way for you. And you've maybe figured that out. Maybe you've pulled yourself out of some difficult situations where people tried you and tested you. And for some of you, just like they tried to change your life path. And maybe for some of you too, this is what you've ran from or felt like confined in as well. But it's all like a mental entrapment, and things are about to balance out, because no one should ever put anyone in that sort of category as to feeling like they can't achieve their dreams. For some of you, you realized you're around people like that though, and it was time to make your exit. Time to find people more emotionally available, whether it be family, friends, relationship, or even opportunities, right? People in your life trying to prevent you. So ultimately, just had some cards fall, of course, but the only one right in front of me is literally the Empress. So double Empress energy for you, really signifying that y'all can't be stopped. This energy you got, keep it moving, keep it pushing, keep it flowing. 4444, absolutely good angel number for you today, and welcome everyone just tuning in. So after this, we're going to get just the meanings on a few of these cards here as clarifiers. Wow, Page of Swords. You're really going to get it right this life. Whatever it was in the past, it's like you figured out that balancing act and how to handle yourself in a situation, how to keep your cool under pressure, and how to really just keep pushing forward. So love that energy for you. Okay, so we're just going to get these few cards that fell. My apologies. And as if, Six of Wands again. But notice how the Ace of Wands is actually there in reverse with it. So feeling like your intuition's blocked or your intuition is not on point. But ultimately, it's absolutely the right way to go. So that's really beautiful energy to be in, and really love that. Thank you so much to everyone who always tunes in and finds something out of these videos and leaves a little comment if it resonates for you or if it resonates with your story. Wow, okay, look at that. King of Wands, so heavy fire energy. You could be an Aries, Leo, Sag, and if not, this is just someone who is very much so trying to stand their ground, trying to be protective over you as well. Like you could possibly be working on this new passion, and for some of you, not even know this person's in the back trying to protect you, keep you grounded. For some of you, this could be someone who did this multiple lifetimes as well. For some of you, this is one of your spirit guides. They're with you at all times, and especially when it comes to this particular dream or passion, because they know the situation needs to be righted in this lifetime. You are supposed to have some sort of success or victory, and ultimately, it's like page energy. People keep trying to take that away from you, or in the past life they did in particular. Knight of Cups. Could have been someone who came in as a love interest, but ultimately tried to take your dreams. But that's not happening in this lifetime, Spirit says. Absolutely not. You walked away from that. You allowed for the cycles to change and for growth to come in. So you should be really proud of that energy. Just picking up these cards that fell, and then I will reshuffle here. All right, beautiful. Okay, so we're going to clear some of these up, and then we're going to clarify some of the meanings on the oracle cards there. With Temperance, though, you kept in the light. You stayed of a sturdy mind and a strong-bodied spirit, and really connected to your spirit team and to divine for a lot of you, right? To your inner knowing of who and what you want to be and where you're going. And this is what's going to bring in things being fixed in this lifetime in particular. No more being trapped by others or bound in some sort of false illusion by anyone else. I feel like people tried to do that, right? They saw you of the light. They saw how strong you were. And they realized the only way they could try and break you was to paint some sort of false illusion. But ultimately, it's a false illusion. It's also for you to see. That's just false. That's not reality. Reality is there you are with your angel wings. Keep on going, especially if you're on this channel and you feel a connection or feel a calling to yourself being some sort of earth angel. Accept that calling. It's all about just being a kind, lighthearted energy. That's really all it is. It's nothing more and nothing less, you know, forgiving those in a capacity you would prefer to ignore and helping those, leading with love. And it's like if anyone were to try and have you in some sort of illusion or delusion or prevent you from having a family or a stable, happy life, that's not happening. Solution's on its way for that. And you're not the same person anymore, right? So it's like, even if in the past you had overcome some difficult situations or been taken from by these past lives, like these past people, it'll be rectified in this lifetime. Temperance too could have been dealing with a Sagittarius, heavy on the sword energy, so Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So it could have been also just an air sign that was really trying to mess with you. Maybe for some of you, this person actually did this in the previous lifetime and then again in this lifetime. King of Cups, really interesting. For some of you, it was a love connection, a romantic offering. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces with the cup energy as well. Wow, Knight of Swords. So yeah, this person just wanted to like mess up your world and then exit it like they never did anything. This is what happened in the past life as well. So for some of you, if it's not just like inner fear and insecurities, and this is like actually, you know, someone's trying to prevent you from moving forward, that's not gonna happen. Notice too, like I always feel like with this image, it's a tapestry, but it almost looks like a stoplight, right? Well, when it's like this, it's a red light to me. But it means family, everything's good. But in reverse, green light means go. So anything that was done wrong to you in the past is going to be made right. And you're just being asked to step out of your head. And in this lifetime, you're going to be recognized and rewarded for some sort of certain victory. For some of you, it's literally overcoming the dark side of people or these karmics or a particular person from your past. For having the strength to overcome it. And for some of you, you didn't even know, but this is all a same cycle that could have happened in a past life. Like you two went through this before, or this lifetime thing, whatever your career was. You went through it before and it wasn't made right. So this lifetime, it's like, just remember you're not that same person and you're really able to make it your world. You know, this is your world. Anyone who comes into your life that's a relationship, a friend, a family member, or not, it's like they came into your life, right? So for some of you, definitely a lover. You will get your justice when it comes to that. Wow. So for some of you in a past life, this lover tried to stop you from achieving the same dream, was successful. So there they go in their ego in this lifetime thinking, they're going to get away with it again. And really in reality, it's like divine and your spirit team thinks otherwise. Let's get those likes up if this is resonating for you. I really feel like this past person, if you know them from this lifetime, they're either a Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. We got the Tower at the bottom. This person constantly tried to cause tower moments in your life, past life, this life. They're specifically meant to be a karmic for some of you in your life. One that repeatedly comes to cause havoc And for some of you, just make you feel like whatever you thought you knew was wrong or something. It's like they make you doubt who you are as a person and leave you trapped in your head. But this is the illusion, right? Because the longer this person does it, what Spirit's saying, wow, okay, for some of you, especially if you know this is a new life path or purpose you're walking into, new business, new dream. The longer this person does this to you, it just stalls you from moving forward. So ultimately, it's all an illusion created for you to prevent yourself from moving forward. Because how can this person beat you from lifetime to lifetime, right? How can they outsmart you every time? They're trying to do it that sort of way, by painting some sort of illusion on you. And that won't be for everyone, of course. But for others of you, this is your energy, your feeling from a past life, feeling like you're unable to achieve it. And maybe you weren't. Maybe you made a few of the wrong moves in this last life. But this time, things are meant to be balanced out for you. So to really just trust that unknown, that void, like surrender to the unknowing from Spirit. So we'll get a few more messages here and see what else comes out. Almost had one flip out, but it did not. So that was weird. All right. 3 of Cups. Wow. So for some of you, it was up to 3 lifetimes. I feel like you have like a group of people coming in that are going to actually be on your side, though. 2 people that really support you, understand you, and want to see you succeed. Especially if you still have one person trying to block you. It's like the 3 of you will be able to overcome this situation. I don't pick up third-party energy at all with this. I really pick up Judgment Day and like resolutions coming in to where you were done wrong in the past. So for some of you, this past life, it's almost like you did a slightly different thing as to what you're doing, but it's the same idea, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, so you could be a healer, a light worker, but maybe in the past life, you did it differently. Like you did some sort of studies, or say you were, I don't know. I wasn't going to say that, but okay. That's so funny. So some of you were literally like spiritualists, but like ancient spiritualists, right? Like really older wisdom from maybe even the early 1900s. And then now you're doing like some sort of tarot reading or light worker healing in like maybe a Reiki sense. Like it's totally evolved, but it still has the same meaning behind it. So for some of you, that's going to resonate. And this is why you're picking up on these energies. Now, for others of you, it's like you were a public figure in the past. Maybe you were an actor and actress, but in this lifetime, you're actually a singer or a musician of some sort or a public speaker, but still similar vibes, but totally different. So this is also where you're going to kind of feel uncomfortable in these energies. For a lot of you, you feel like this is a solo journey, like no one really understands you or who you become. I feel like you're really happy with any changes you've made, right? You've made yourself follow your dreams and become the best version of yourself. But for some of you, this was due to leaving past people, places, things behind. So you could just feel really misunderstood. Trust your intuition. Trust that inner knowing. Trust that where you're headed, it's meant for you, right? And it's only something between you and your spirit team alone that really know where you're headed. So we're going to get a few clarifiers on these beauties. Okay, so first we'll do the void there. Perfect. So it says, everything and nothing exists in the void. Wow. Literally, I can't believe this. I haven't read this meaning yet to y'all or to myself at all, but it so goes with the whole brain theory that I was saying. Listen to this. This is crazy. It's the winter and the womb, the fertile darkness where all things originate and seeds grow, comforting and intimidating, freeing and daunting. It can be both overwhelming and small and huge ways. The void is where faith lives. The message of the void is to surrender to the unknown, to allow the fertile darkness of nothingness to flourish, the new seeds of growing within you. Regardless of whether or not you know what they'll one day become. Exactly. So really letting go of any fears or past energy that you've been holding on to at this time. You're being called to surrender to the mystery of what's next, to rest and to allow the winter of your life to do the work for you, to hand over your control and trust that just because you can't see what's happening beneath the surface, it doesn't mean things aren't going to work. The greatest weavings happen when we find a way to surrender and trust that our life is being knitted right before us, right beneath the surface, in ways known and unknowable. Now is the time to cultivate faith and allow deep rest. The void often surfaces at the end of a chapter or a life phase. So for some of you, this is this new life, right? So really beautiful. The void often surfaces at the end of a chapter or a life phase when we're called to let go of all that we know and identify with. And as if you should be doing something, this will feel scary when you're in the void. However, when this card appears, it's a sure sign, the most productive thing to do. Relinquish that control and surrender to the ever-changing mystery of life. So really beautiful, because for some of you, you're holding on to either past life energy that's resurfacing now as you're attempting to dive deep into a new project or a new idea, a new vision of where you want your life to be. And ultimately, they're just saying to trust the unknown, trust where you're headed, and really trust that Spirit wants to bring you to a place of success. So we're going to do a couple more meanings here. We'll do next the Star Keeper. Wow. So I don't know if you just heard it, but there was a honk. So for someone, this is going to be a specific message for you. You're an ancient keeper of the stars. Here's to anchor and seed your light in a unique way. You're likely been reincarnating in life's... Thank you so much, spirits. Look at this. You've likely been reincarnating on Earth for some time, dedicated to an era of awakening and bringing about a long-awaited shift in the planet's evolution. We're at a tipping point now. The survival of Earth and all its species is coming to a head. The more grounded you remain during this transitional period, the more helpful you'll be to those around you. The more you tend to the flames of your own heart, the more love you'll be able to anchor onto this planet. Beautiful. The wisdom of the stars is imprinted in your soul. The more soul fragments you call home, the more this wisdom is seated here. You may be called to be in a different place or of the world to start anchoring this light, perhaps by taking a trip or just living in this certain location. You may also find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms. The more grounded you remain, the more stable Earth's energy will become and the less reactive humanity will be. You're here for a double mission: to grow as an individual and as a part of a larger collective that's about to bring a huge shift in frequency. Trust that you can be in the world but not of it and lead a truly glorious life. Wow, beautiful message, because absolutely for you at this moment in time, they're saying to realize that you could have had all these past lives. I can't even believe that, that resurfaced, right? And let go of that. Let go of anything you can't control in the world and just be you. Be allowing to open this in, these new changes, accept this new chapter, and accept the mission. Some of you are truly going to change the world in some sort of aspect with your sound, your song, your voice. And it's really beautiful. It's really inspiring. If this resonates for you, put yourself out there. It would be a shame if you didn't. And that's just a message from me. Put yourself out there. So a star seed activation they've actually included, so kind of a mantra for you. Let's say this here. I acknowledge that I am a star keeper. Okay, so I will give you a second to say that to yourself. We'll say it again. I acknowledge that I'm a star keeper. And then there's one other part to it. It says, I choose to anchor my light and stay as grounded as possible. And one more time so you can say it. I choose to anchor my light and stay as grounded as possible. Beautiful. I feel like you need to hear that, or maybe say that to yourself to really just trust where you're headed, because it's a beautiful place. With jump in, this card really signifies jumping into new portals, new worlds, new places, and not being afraid to be that authentic, true you. Remember that whatever you previously experienced in this past life, it is but of the past. It is not defining you or who you are. And just keep moving forward, because you have a lot to offer the world. A lot to offer your star family as well. So some of you are going to come into connections that feel all too familiar. Situations, people, places. This is, for some of you, remnants of a past life resurfacing, because of course we do have certain karmic contracts or cycles that repeat in like future lives, right? That are from a past life that can carry over if it's not completed. So for some of you, this is really just some sort of past energy that you're really just holding on to. Time to let go and to trust where you are being guided. That's really beautiful. And just notice the imagery on this card. Could have been something from multiple lifetimes ago. For some of you, you're being connected as well through your mindset, through your chakra. Wow. So if you tuned in earlier, or if you're just watching this on a later day and happen to see the whole reading, talking about how the brain capacity opens up, right? The unknown. For some of you, this is what's being highlighted this month. You're really being shown what areas of your life that you could be working on bettering, or that you haven't even tapped into yet, that is a part of your life purpose. So that's really beautiful energy. I'm going to clear a few of these cards up. For some of you, you have some sort of wisdom pertaining to this path or purpose in particular. It's almost like a subconscious fear as well. So wow, for some of you, I really feel like heavy on the makeup industry. Maybe you do like the microblading, or you do some sort of cosmetic surgeries as well. You could have a calling to want to do something like that, to open a small business. You will be very successful if that's the case for you. They're telling you to really follow your heart. For some of you, it's this past life that's got you in this energy, and to just trust that you are an earth angel. Things are being balanced out. You are owed this some sort of karmic justice. Wow. So let's keep going. Few more cards. Okay. And let's get those likes up if this is resonating for you. Hope you're having an amazing day. Time to get out of your head, trust your path forward. And also with this, I feel like literally it's being unlocked, new discoveries as to where you're supposed to go next. So maybe you're going to get some intuitions too, as to really come out of this fear or anxiety and how to put a particular project into motion. For some of you, you could be guided to do like, even like a channel. I just heard say you're doing a transformation on your own life. Like say a weight loss journey, or a discovery, or maybe you've gone sober or something like this. And you've been debating like documenting it, making some sort of channel. Spirit's saying, do it, go for it. The only thing holding you back is your own insecurities and past judgments. But you're going to be very successful in whatever it is you're doing. And for a lot of you, it's just really putting your story out there, being heard in some sort of way. And for a lot of you, it's something you overcame. So for some of you, it may be that you suffered from like narcissistic abuse or different traumatic experiences. Some of you could have overcame depression, loss or even illness, different things like this, and you're being asked to speak about it. For others of you, you're just about to make a huge transformation, and you've been debating putting yourself out there already, but this is your confirmation if you know that resonates with you. It's going to be very successful. And even if it isn't, it's like Spirit saying you don't realize the transformation it's going to make within you just by doing this, by allowing yourself not only to do something you might not normally, you know, put yourself outside of your own limitations and really just try something new. Really beautiful energy there. Solution is on its way for you. You're soon going to start to feel some sort of sense of balance as well. So really beautiful overall too, with the surrender to the sweetness. Look at this. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So at this time, just lead with that loving heart. For some of you, you're about to connect with a distant soulmate or a returning soulmate, someone from a past life. This person will feel all too familiar with you as well. It'll almost feel like some sort of like other dimension, you know, like the place where the two of you exist will just seem so beautiful. For some of you, this person only exists. Maybe the two of you only have like a good relationship or connection again so far in your dreams. Maybe this person you haven't even met yet or like seen in person or talked to in person, but you just like recognize them from a past life. And for others of you, this is straight up just someone you've been with in a past life. Things weren't done fairly to either you or just the connection in general. So this lifetime, everything's going to be made right. So really beautiful energy to be in. For a lot of you too, you could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. We've had a lot of air energy in this reading. And a lot of fire as well. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now, what I feel like you don't see coming is that you're going to be tried and tested again. Maybe in your past life, there was something that happened and you were unable to like pass a certain test, to overcome a certain betrayer. This lifetime, they're saying you'll get it right, but just be aware. Be aware of what's happening. Be aware of any tower moments coming your way. Be aware of any negative vibrations that are being placed on you. Especially if it's just a mindset or it's an energy. Keep going. Get yourself out of that lack mindset. For some of you, it's a good idea to be surrounded with nature at this time. Especially if you are a earth sign. Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. March is going to be the month of manifestation. They want you to make some manifestation mantras for yourself, personal ones. Of course, I can always provide some if that's what you'd prefer, but for some of you, they want you to just do one. For all of you, really, what they're saying is they want you to make one personalized one for yourself to say as a vision or a goal towards the future where you're headed next. And just repeat that to yourself anytime you feel lost or like you aren't on the right path or someone's trying to take from you or stop you, right? It's like it's time to go. You got the green light to go ahead in this project, in this career. Wow, rebirth just flipped out, literally. So whatever was done to you in the past life or what happened in the past life to you that made the things not go your way and have you this subconscious fear, it's all an illusion at this point in time. It's like take off the veil, take off the cloak. For some of you too, you could have actually been dealing with someone who is more of, I would say like the dark arts or the dark side, and this path and energy keeps following you lifetime to lifetime. But you are someone of the light, and this is why they're drawn to you naturally. I feel like as well, this person could tend to cloak themselves with death and rebirth. Notice the big red cloak. Just appearing as someone they were not. Eight of Cups. So in the past, feeling like you just wanted to find your own sense of peace and wish fulfillment, or if that's where you're currently feeling, just keep going. You're headed towards your wish fulfillment. That 9 of Cups will soon be yours, but you have to experience some sort of transformation or like epiphany when it comes to your own feelings, and maybe just like what you went through in the past, right? Really overcoming that. But you're about to, so trust where you're headed next. It's a really beautiful energy for you. For some of you, you may want to travel and do some sort of like archaeology, exploration. If you feel drawn to do this, this is a very specific message from Spirit. It is because it was part of your past life. You could have even possibly lived where you're going to end up visiting or exploring. Like say you're not doing anything archaeological. You could actually just want to visit these places. They could be on a bucket list of yours. You could feel drawn to say visit Egypt or even just like Greece, Rome, somewhere like this, Africa, somewhere you could want to go and just really like visit and explore your past. And it's because you're drawn to it from your past life. For some of you, it could be even like opposite ends of the world as to where you were. And wow, you'll have an intuition about this. This is really beautiful. For each of you, that's going to be slightly different. But I feel like for each of you, you have this one specific place you've always wanted to visit in your life and you've never been able to go. And I feel like it's because you used to live there in either the past life before this or in a more significant, rememberable life, right? Like say there was one in between. The one before that was more significant. There's something you hold on to in this one life in particular, and it carries through. Now, what I feel like it is if it was something particular that you were trying to achieve a dream and it was blocked or stopped, this is why you hold on to this life more than all the rest of them, because you remember the defeat or the betrayal. But what they need you to do is to really subconsciously allow yourself to feel that energy, to let go of it, and to realize that you're going to get your victory in this life. But this is why you feel those energies, right? So really interesting. You had one particular last life that really has stuck with you. And it could be even that you had a few lives in between. For some of you, you could have had so far in your life up to 6 past lives. And if not, it means you're on your way to working towards 6 figures. So something to be excited about. That just took a nice turn for you if you were looking for some sort of message of abundance or a blessing. Of course, it's going to take a lot of hard work and for a lot of you, a huge transformation in order for you to achieve this. But a solution's on its way. You'll be shown what to do next and you'll be guided as to really where to go next. Okay, so we just had 3 fall. Look at that. The World, Temperance, and 6 of Wands. Absolutely. So center stage, your calling's coming. It's different for each of you though. You could be a beauty boutique owner, someone who does something in front of the public. And for some of you, you just lead in the light. You love giving to others and really acting like a true earth angel without accepting the calling. You know, you don't actually put the name on it. You just do your thing and you love to give back to those in the world. That's really beautiful energy to be in. So just know too, for some of you, wow, with the world, you connect somewhere else in the world and you are meant to just travel. And for some of you, reconnect back to that specific place. Like, okay, for some of you, you could really have a calling to want to be around water. Maybe when you were younger, you were like, okay, you just knew, you know, retirement days, you want to live by the beach, something like this. And then otherwise, it's just like you feel drawn to a very particular place. So I'm going to leave that how that resonates for you because it will be different for each of you, right? The Empress in reverse. Yeah. So wherever you currently are, you aren't able to fully manifest to your full potential because it actually has you feeling blocked. Maybe for some of you, it's just been a long time in the same spot, needing a change, needing to really push things forward in your life. And For some of you, it's a particular person that's just made you realize this. I don't see the King of Swords as a bad thing, though. I see it as someone who inspired you to want better for your own life. So, wow, for some of you, this could have been someone from a past life who has now become a spirit guide of yours in this lifetime. And for others of you, this is just someone in your life currently who really inspires you to take action instead of thinking about it, right? Instead of staying stuck in your head, really go for your hopes and dreams. For some of you, not to be afraid to take that solo journey. That's really beautiful. For some of you, say you're about to be recognized in front of others, or like say you're doing something in the public. This person could have guided you for some of you, or they're about to. Ten of Wands energy definitely got more fire energy, and Swords more air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, heavy in this reading. Welcome everyone just tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button if this is resonating for you. And let's keep going, get a few more messages. Wow, so anything from the past that was done wrong to you is automatically about to be righted. It's like people try to steal your happiness. And for some of you, straight up a relationship. And this could have been past energy as well, right? Someone tried to take your emperor, your empress. They didn't want to see this happy union between you and someone else. But ultimately, if that happened in the past, this is really going to actually work quite well this time around. For some of you, you're being given the spiritual insight as to what happened in this past life. And for others of you, like I said, if you aren't sure, definitely try and get yourself a personalized reading when it comes to the past life. There's something in there for you, something for you to unlock. Something that's going to really guide you on your journey forward as well. And for some of you, this is like a subconscious love fear that's got you holding on, or you thinking you don't deserve all this happiness that's headed your way. Thinking subconsciously there's a tower moment coming. But for some of you, it's like Spirit saying the worst is now behind you. You've really learned so much. And of course, there'll always be good and bad days. It doesn't mean you'll have a perfect life from here on out. But for a lot of you, you've really overcome the harsh truths and reality of life this time around, and those that were taking from you, whether it be love, family, relationships, friendships. And you've really just learned to trust your heart and your intuition. Those are the strongest things you have, right? Those are the best gifts that each of us have. Whether we tap into them or not, that's a different story. But you've all got your heart, your mind, and your intuition. And naturally, we've all got our light. There is not one person that is born of the darkness. Everyone is born of the light, and it is a decision, right? Throughout life that you are deciding to be. So ultimately, trust in that. If you are the light and you know you're following your heart and your intuition, the tower moments aren't coming in for you. Tower moments will come in for anyone who tried to cause that judgment around you. So really beautiful, loves. I really hope that resonates for you, because you deserve to know that whatever you're working on, it will be successful. It's not like the past. It's not like people trying to block stuff. And this is really interesting message. I feel like you have your spirit team definitely on your side. With the weight of the world, we're just going to clarify that card for you there, because some of you may feel this past life energy that lingers, right? And it feels like the weight of the world. So it says, you don't need to carry it all. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty and bogged down by the weight of the world. This card is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else, right? To stop carrying the world's problem on your shoulders. So really just step into that. Really be aware that for some of you, you're carrying past life energy, or even just like energy from those around you. And this could even be past life energy from those that previously were around you. So, if that's the case, that's intense. Definitely do some sort of meditation or some guided prayer just to really release that energy. It could take you maybe 10 minutes to get rid of that. So you deserve that. Absolutely beautiful. And for others of you, it's really just time to put yourself out there. Absolutely. You have a new gift to offer the world, some sort of form of release for you, whether it be emotional or some sort of song. And for others of you, it's like singing the song of your heart, right? Just following what makes you happy. So if this is resonating, we're going to get a few more clarifiers for you. Wow. For a lot of you, you're learning that true love comes within, true unconditional love. You weren't actually finding healthy relationships because you yourself could have constantly been running from true love. And also, it's like you were holding on to past baggage from true love situations. King of Cups, beautiful energy. Look at that. So right now you're really in tune with your emotions, you're balanced, you're centered. And this is when your intuition is going to be most heightened. So any feelings that you have towards this new life purpose or path and guidance, they really want you to trust and follow it. Even if it seems unknown, it seems like somewhere you aren't sure where you're headed off to next. Because this path is meant for you. So it's really beautiful. And for each of you, it's a little bit different. For some of you, you definitely have a calling to be closer to water. And for others of you, you have a calling to definitely exit away from a particular air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This person seems a little bit pesty. It's like also too, say you try and make your escape from this person. They constantly try to trail behind you or take from you. For some of you, this person could have even in a past life taken a partner from you or attempted to, or just attempted to leave you in some sort of heartbreak. Unfortunately too, it's like whoever this air sign in particular is, they are unaware that they are trying to break some sort of moral code by making their own decisions and choosing what they want for your life instead of 111 on the clock. Thank you so much, Spirit. Choosing what they want for your life instead of allowing you to follow your dreams and be your true authentic person. And ultimately, this person's actually, for some of you, in a past life, and this one tried to like suck the energy from that defeat, that making you feel like you cannot achieve things. And that illusion itself, by you being entrapped in that, they were a darker person for some of you, literally taking that energy and claiming it as their own. Now, for a lot of you, though, you're always able to exit the situation because you are connected with your emotions, your spirit team, and ultimately, especially if you were done wrong in a past life, things are being balanced out this life for you remaining in the light. Because it looks like no matter what lifetime you were in, you never went to the other side to betray anyone, to try and defeat them. For some of you, it's like you sent this person healing. You know, because you knew if this person healed, they wouldn't attack you or feel the need to prey on your energy if they were truly healed. And look at that, King of Cups, Queen of Cups energy. Boom. For some of you, you're about to meet your person. You're about to be in a very balanced emotional connection, especially if someone else, like not even a love connection or was love connection, was trying to take from you. This is your justice. For a lot of you, they were trying to take something you were building. So a new business, a new project. If it was music, they were trying to like copy you, trying to copy your originality, maybe the way you dressed or your image mixed with your music. But it just really comes across as flawed, because to anyone as well who is witnessing you start your projects, they saw you do it from the ground up on your own, right? So it's like any misinformation that was cast in this lifetime or this past lifetime, now this person's running from their karma for it. And for a lot of you, it was an air sign or a water sign that did this to you. With air, we've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Water, we've got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And you could be an earth sign because look at, we've got the 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. So growth, stability, and Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn with those signs. But remember, signs I always say are irrelevant. I just like to bring them up in case that gives you a little bit more clarity. Ace of Swords. Wow. Whoever tried to send you these blockages are being sent back to them, and not even by you, but by your spirit team. They're just saying sit back and focus and keep building, keep working towards that dream, because you could be starting out very small as well, starting from the ground up. Really just trying to achieve some sort of happiness for yourself, especially if it comes to love relationships and career. Now, it's really interesting to see this as well, because what I'm really picking up on with the Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles being in reverse, this person tried to do whatever you're doing and they weren't as successful. So this is why their petty energy is trying to take from you instead of just allowing you to just be yourself. So ultimately, it will be an empty victory for them because you are just on your way to continuing to not only grow, but build and grow as a person, right? So that's what life's about. If you can recognize what you need to change and what you want to build upon, then you're doing the right thing. You're following the right path. And this is ultimately what's going to leave this person trapped in their mind about it. Also, too, because it's like you're not even touched or affected by this energy. You could still be very emotionally connected or in tune. And with both these cards, too, it's almost like regardless if you're feminine energy or masculine, you are very balanced, right? You, of course, would be more whichever you are. So you could be more feminine, of course, but you do know how to manage your slight bit of masculinity. It's not like one's more overpowering than the other. You're very much so balanced and in tune. It's like Spirit's got you calm. Wow, such a beautiful song as well. If you don't know it, check it out. Calm. It's called Frankie Stu and Harvey Gunn. Really good song. Ace of Swords. For some of you, that is going to be significant. You might enjoy it. It's a little bit of like UK rap, so if you're into that. If you tuned into my readings before, I love music. I'm all over the place with it. So I always give you a little bit of different types of flows. Really, it's just whatever spirit has come into my mind. I believe it was Barry Manilow the other day. So pretty funny. Wow, the Fool. So you're about to get this new start, and anything from the past that didn't go right in this past lifetime is about to be fixed. For some of you, you're about to become hairdressers or own your own type of like beauty type business. For others of you, it could be a small jewelry company. And for most of you, even, I keep feeling like microblading or something to do with like tattooing there. And for others of you, definitely light worker, healer, readers. Wow. Temperance at the bottom. So yeah, things from the Six of Wands again. Things from the past are going to be balanced out. It's like in the past, I think someone tried to stop you from even building that success to get to where you got this opportunity. But boom, already this time it's at least been stopped or put in its stops. And this energy has proceeded to leave the building, trying to run after their motorcycle that has left them behind too. So wow, big symbolism there for me from Spirit. Just said, if anyone else was knowing of their plans or what they were trying to do to you, those people have long left the situation, decided that they didn't want to go against you. And so this person now who was solo in this mission to try and take you out is trying to play catch up to catch back up to them for some sort of spiritual protection, because they know karma, judgment day is about to come for them trying to block you from just building. I mean, if you notice too, this person's not, they're tending to their garden, right? They've got no one around them, and they've actually got light beaming from their hands. So divinely guided from the light, meant to be shown to others because you don't have a dark message to spread or you don't have dark intentions toward anyone. You are a very fair, balanced, honest person, and you will get your karmic justice in this life. And for a lot of you, wow, you're really just going to get some sort of opportunity. Some sort of opportunity. Really interesting. We're going to get one more card, see if any more flip out. Three of Wands. Beautiful. So I feel like for some of you, you have a very interesting hobby. You could actually even want to pursue tattooing. If that's the case, go for it. And for others of you, you could just have some really interesting tattoos. Notice how they're different colors there. They're like the non-traditional ink colors to get tattooed in. I also feel like for some of you, you could want to be a model. And this is what was taken from you in the past, but in this lifetime, you're going to get that chance. So that's really beautiful. If that resonates for you, some of you are going to be a model in the public eye. And this is what this person's maybe upset about. They wanted it and didn't get it. But what Spirit's almost saying, the reason that they're preventing themselves from achieving it is from trying to prevent you. And it's like their lesson that they keep trying to learn lifetime to lifetime, the same way you have overcame them lifetime to lifetime. And for some of you, this is the first time you're overcoming this scenario, or even if it's not a person, it's like whatever it was that made you feel like you couldn't do it, you couldn't have this success. So wow, this rebirth transformation is coming in for you very quick. It's going to be in the next couple of weeks if it hasn't already started. You could notice people are flying out of your right, left. Woo! People are flying out of your life, left, right, and center. And you're okay with it. 1:21:21 on the clock. Beautiful there. Yeah, but I feel like you're literally okay with it. You're like accepting this new start. And for some of you, well, for all of you, absolutely a way to be. You're being shown now your only path forward. And this is going to balance things out. And woo. For some of you, it's like this person from the past life, they're making their own bed to lie in, right? By giving you a hard time, by trying to block you from having this success. Because you're really just doing your own thing. You're not interfering with anyone else. Beautiful. Thank you so much, everyone, tuning in. I hope you're having an amazing day. And hopefully this is just showing you it's like, don't sell yourself short on a particular dream, because maybe in a past life or even you've attempted this in this lifetime before, but it's about to come in. So they want you to stop thinking about the like, why can't this happen? For some of you, it's like you were programmed that way when you were born. Like you may have come from a particular background, or even just like grew up in a particular, even like your family, right? They could have had particular beliefs, traditions, could have been more strict. Say as well, if you were feminine, you wanted to be a model or you wanted to be in the public, they didn't agree with that. Especially too with how many different types of modeling there is now, right? Women can do their own thing. They can literally be their own entrepreneur model if you wanted, or you could do like catalog or fashion design, right? Fashion modeling. I feel like in the past, and even in the past life, this person could have maybe not been okay with it. But now things have changed a lot, because they want you to realize anything that you have blocking you is your own limitations or beliefs based on maybe where you came from or how you were raised. But if this is something you want in your life, then you got to let go of those limitations. And that's part of accepting the change, to jumping right into it. So that's really beautiful. I'm going to get just 2 clarifiers as to what this new path could be for you. And then we're going to close out the reading, because I feel like this is really interesting. Seeker. Right now you're being told to seek more information on this particular subject. For some of you, you're about to be offered a contract, a position, maybe a spot, land a spot on a TV show, or even like a song or some sort of project, some sort of deal, whichever this could be, even like working with another company, whichever this could be. Just really do the research first. Make sure that it's everything you want. Make sure that you are set up for success. And make sure that you have a little bit of insight too, right? They don't want you to go into anything blindly and just trusting your intuition. They like say in particular you are your own management or something and you want to be in the public. Make sure you know all the fine prints behind things, right? Before you go signing any contracts or letting anyone try and put an illusion over you or take from you. Because for some of you, you're very talented and recognized, and certain people you will find will just want to take from you in your life and leave you confused. And meanwhile, you've been building this whole time by yourself. Wow, thank you, Spirit. So for some of you, you're actually being told you're able to achieve this small business, this dream, whichever this could be for you, on your own. You don't actually necessarily need anyone else. All you need is your intuition and your divine knowledge and wisdom. Facilitates a spiritual commitment. Serves as channeling spiritual energy. Absolutely. So really just staying in connection. Wow, teacher and poet. For some of you, you're about to write some sort of love stories, poems, short poetry. And for others of you, you're about to become some sort of teacher. So you could be a spiritual teacher, you could be an actual teacher, you could be a music teacher, and maybe you're even just going to mentor someone specifically. Thank you so much, everyone, tuning in. Really hope this is resonating for you. Wow, rebel and bully. So yeah, really hold back from what others think. Don't give 2 cares about it. Completely step into your own knowing. It says, with the light attribute for rebel, challenges authority to affect social change. Reject spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. So reject any beliefs that are no longer yours or aren't something that are going to serve you in the long run. Really just stand true in knowing that you have some sort of inner wisdom, some sort of light within you. And you intimidate others, and this is why bullies could be naturally drawn to you as well. They are so inspired or maybe in awe of your light. And for some of you too, maybe these people test you on a daily or just in different ways throughout life, right? But you've never allowed it to get to you. And I feel like this is what leaves people in awe. And if not, this is what you should be in awe about for yourself. How you can literally just brush things off, be as cool as a cucumber. And even if you know you're getting spiritual attacks or people trying to put you in a mindset of lack, it's really just time for you to keep stepping forward. So this is really beautiful because for a lot of you, you've got that spiritual knowledge, that knowing. And so far in careers, could be something to do with spirituality. That is your career path. That's from a past life and connected. Could also be a teacher. For some of you, wow, Spirit, this is like an honor to get to say if this really resonates with you. For maybe just one person in here, you could actually be a very well-known, old, famous poet. You could love yourself, feel drawn particularly to a particular poet or a particular set of words, like say from like a really long time ago. And you know this one off the top of your head, like you know it by the back of your hand. You can recite this words, this poetry. For some of you, you particularly actually wrote it in a previous life. That is such a beautiful message. I've never been shown that by Spirit. And look at that. It's literally like she's speaking it into existence, sending it out into the universe. And we've got the 2 spiritual doves there. So it could have been 2 lifetimes ago. Wow. Really beautiful message. And we've got 1111 for the angel number there. So definitely a confirmation for someone. What they're asking you to do is to keep expressing the soul insight through this symbolic language. For some of you, it is music, though. It's music, it's words, or it's even like makeup, right? Some sort of creative expression. For others of you, you could be huge on taking very interesting photography shots. And For others of you, you could actually just be some sort of producer or content creator. Maybe you even make video games. A lot of people are getting into that these days, making their own type of little video game software. That could also be a dream of yours, something you're drawn to. If that's the case, it's something you did in a previous lifetime. You created. Gambler. So it says light attribute, willingness to follow intuition. Exactly. Even when others doubt you. So, okay, this is what it is too. You could be building this slow moving foundation, right? Slow building pentacles. You got your 7 of Pentacles that was out earlier, right? They're saying, you know what's up, right? You don't need to worry about anyone else. And I really hope this is a confirmation for someone that just needed to hear this today. Keep going, keep building. Amazing things don't happen overnight. They take time, they take effort, and they take perseverance. And most importantly, they take a willingness to want to change, to want to put the work in, and to want to believe that you deserve this. That's really beautiful. Wow. Network. So right now you're being asked to put yourself out there. With it coming up in reverse, it really signifies to me someone isn't. Someone isn't putting themselves out there as much as they should be when it comes to this particular career, this idea. They're saying put yourself out there more. Don't be afraid. You got this. You got this. Enhances unity through the sharing of information. Engenders social awareness and empathy. So whatever it is you're sharing specifically to, you're actually bringing about some sort of social awareness, and you're enlightening people, especially if it's through music, some sort of creative project, or even just a platform, public speaking. Maybe you have a channel on TikTok dedicated to a particular niche or a subject, right? And you're teaching others how to overcome, how to heal. For some of you, you could just be teaching others music lessons, makeup, different things like that. Whichever this is for you, you're going to know off the hop. I hope some of those could resonate for you. Really go for it. They're saying, Spirit's saying you're holding yourself back still. Like, for example, if you're a light worker or you're a healer, put yourself out there more. Don't be afraid to shine and be true. And you'll be surprised at the results, because for some of you, it's like this, okay? So for some of you, you have, say, a particular song or project. You're putting it out in front of like one out of 1,000th of the people or the audience that you could. You're just not putting the full effort in, they're saying, to really step into that confidence and that knowing who you are and where you're headed. And this is going to allow you to feel more confident in networking. And when you come in with that demeanor towards new people, towards networking, it just sets the vibe, sets the bar high for people around you, makes them realize, wow, this person means business, right? They're here to do something. And for a lot of you, if you're up for a new position, opportunity, something like this is what people want to see. They don't want to see the person who's in the back kind of like, oh, well, maybe, but kind of got a little bit of insecurities and fears and stuff, right? What do they say? It's like, no, you be confident. One of my favorite quotes, gotta give it up. It's Rihanna. It's like, I'm sure you've heard it before. I feel like so many people blew it up into like a video, but it's like, what do you do when you don't feel so confident? And she goes, I pretend. And they go, pretend, really? And it's like, yeah, why not? It's like, either you get up every day and, you pretend, and that's it. Because eventually when you speak those affirmations to yourself, I am worthy, I am achieving this, I am meant to have this life, that is literally when things are going to fall into place, because the universe recognizes that energy, that alchemy that you're putting out there. And alchemy is as simple as manifesting those affirmations, right? A daily affirmation. So, wow, that makes sense why they said that to me earlier. For each of you to come up with your own specific affirmation. For some of you, maybe you're going to start doing this every month, having your own new affirmation, something that you can really work towards. So that's really beautiful. For a lot of you, you're breaking past any old outdated beliefs or ideas that you can't achieve something in particular. dedication to transcending physical limits, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. That's really beautiful. Really beautiful. Thank you so much, everyone tuning in. So companion, for some of you, you're about to meet a new friend. We've got the child orphan there. This could be someone you disconnected with from, you knew them though when you were younger. You could have been good friends back in the day or even a past life. And for others of you, you're actually reconnecting with a family member, someone you've been disconnected with for most of your life. For a lot of you, this could be a sibling or a cousin, and if not, it's like someone you went to school with. For some of you, it was like a neighborhood friend, like you know how you just have those friends when you're younger until you're like 12 or so, and then you lose track of time or touch with those people. You never kind of really talk to them again. For some of you, someone like that's going to track you down. Wow, okay, wow. So a lot of people aren't even aware of whatever you're doing, your projects you're working on. But then once you start to put yourselves out there, someone's going to see it or recognize it. And it's going to bring back an old friendship or connection into your life. So that's really beautiful energy. For some of you, it's someone mysterious, someone you lost touch with. If you are a masculine watching this by chance, you're going to meet the one that got away. Re-meet them rather. Really feel that with this here. Opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. So someone you felt like you really lost track of time with, or someone that you wanted to make things work with that got away. That's coming in just for some of you. For others of you, you're about to attend some sort of Met Gala event, ball, very public platform outing. You know, it's going to be something very fancy. For some of you, you could be attending some sort of fashion show or some sort of like public event. Like you're going to be invited by someone's PR rep. This could be part of the networking as well. This could be where you're going to have this new opportunity. It's like someone's an advocate for you and what you're doing. And this is just really a card signifying it's time for you to really inspire yourself. So maybe some of you, whatever you started, say you've been doing this for a bit, started out really passionate about it, was going strong. And then slowly over time, like the light could have trickled out a bit or faded. And really, I feel like what it's saying now is something or yourself is going to re-inspire you to put that passion fully back into this. So that's really beautiful. Wow, divine masculine. So you could either be a divine masculine or meeting one. Let's see what else comes out. Get a few more cards there. Messiah. So it says serving humanity with humility. That's really beautiful. So right now they just want you to trust wherever you're headed and to lead with compassion towards others, to not make it so much focused on yourself. I feel like for some of you too, that's what it's going to be, right? If you're in the spotlight, could be a huge shift in your life. You could have never really received attention before, and then say you become an actor or an actress, boom, there you go. You could be invited to all these outings, these events, and you start wearing, you know, some really beautiful outfits, feeling like you need to be someone. They're just saying to remember to lead with humanity towards others, to always remain humble. So for some of you, big level ups, big changes coming in. Recognize and confront any addictive behaviors. They're saying, so right now, you're actually being asked to do this before your level up. So for some of you, remember too, addictive behaviors can be in any sense. It can be having a codependency on a relationship. It can be having an actual addiction. It can be having an addictive like thought process of certain things, believing things are never going to work out, having anxiety, PTSD, right? Being addicted to other things as well. So just being aware of any lower vibrational energies you could still be sitting in. And knowing those need to clear out before this new start comes in, before this solution comes in. So child nature here we've got, and father. So for some of you, if you are a divine masculine, in a past life, you were unable to have children, and this was something on your list. Maybe it was a bucket list, or specifically, if it wasn't like a bucket list, it was the fact that you didn't have a father. If the fact was you didn't want to have kids, it was you didn't have a father. But for a lot of you, it's heavy. You actually wanted to have kids in a past life, never got that opportunity, and in this life, you will be able to do so. But the problem is you could have an addictive behavior of being a serial dater, right? Not actually committing to anyone in particular. Or you could have, for some of you, like some sort of addiction, whether it be drinking, gambling, sex addiction, really feeling heavily on the last one. And this could be preventing you from having healthy relationships in the past life. But this life, it's like for you to get it right. And that's a really strong message if you ever tune into my readings. When I see the added card, it always means different things for me from my spirit guides, and I go with the cards based around it. But specifically, it's like you wanted to have a family for some of you, but you were unable to because of your lack of commitment in relationships. So that's going to be a very specific message for some. And if you're not divine masculine, it just means like a divine masculine left you because of the same thing, right? So take the energy how it fits. We're going to get a few more cards here. The Knight, beautiful. Loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. So this lifetime, if you were someone who didn't get to have kids in the past or constantly messed up relationships, especially if you are a divine masculine, it's saying this time they gave you the knowledge and the knowing to come into this world and actually be more of a chivalrous and a loyal romantic partner than to be someone who takes from others. But we've got the Don Juan there. So remember, it's all about a choice. And for some of you, this is just this past life energy. You could have also been dealing with a lot of player types in the past, not allowing you to have a family. This lifetime, that's going to be, I just heard, like vindicated. It'll be made right. So I think we're going to do one more card to clarify, but then we're just going to leave it there because I feel like this was a really beautiful reading for everyone who tuned in. A lot of good messages for you just regarding something you're doing coming up is really connected to your past. And it's like the more you step into this purpose, the more you will understand that connection. It's almost like you might be guided to do something in particular. And this was something you did before that was either unsuccessful or just didn't get the recognition it deserved. But this time around, it's going to be noticed a lot differently for you and really give you the recognition that you deserve. So this is really beautiful. Alchemist, time to really step up into that transformative base motives and turn those goals into some golden wisdom. I feel like too in a past life, you were someone who was always, you could have even been a servant, like a butler or a maid. And if not, you always just like delighted in helping give to others around you. And so in this lifetime, a lot of people used to take advantage of that or take from you. And so this time you're learning now how to not allow those energies to take from you. And especially it's like if someone does try and sabotage something, Spirit's giving you that automatic download. Okay, well, this is what you can do to level up instead. This is what you can do to overcome. I keep hearing the word overcome. So for some of you, overcome is going to be a huge theme and maybe part of your affirmations this month. I have overcame so much and I will keep moving forward. That could be maybe your affirmation this month. Healer, you're being sent a lot of healing vibes, not only just by tuning into this reading or any of the readings from me, but by your spirit team, your angels, and those around you. You do have quite a few good ones in your corner is what they're saying. People that truly love you and want to be there for you. So for some of you, just realizing you could be a little cold or detached from others right now. Hermit. Wow. Yeah, literally. You could also be a Virgo or dealing with one. But for some of you, it says seek solitude to focus intently on inner life. Serves personal creativity. So some of you are really becoming creative and passionate about something new. Absolutely beautiful energy to be in. And what they want you to do is just to lead a little bit more in love and understanding. Divine Feminine in reverse. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about any saboteurs, sabotagers. Don't let anyone get you in reversal energy because that's absolutely not who you are. Artist. Wow, look at that. So for some of you, absolutely. There we go. It just came back up. So for some of you, you are a musician or an artist on your way to a new path. Divine Feminine could be you. Students, you are currently learning something new. But for whatever reason this is, you did this before. For some of you, it's something too someone in your family did. Could have been a grandmother, great-grandmother. Could have even been more generations ago. But it's almost like too, you're completing out a cycle of someone else's dreams. You're really like being connected with your ancestors as well. And this, wow, thank you, Spirit. This could explain all this pressure, this energy. Like, is it going to be successful? Is it not? Because for some of you, you're actually feeling this past life person's energies and how they were unsuccessful or how you could have possibly just been prevented from like making it your furthest in life. But this time in life, it will be corrected. And for some of you, it's like Spirit's been waiting a long time to correct this for you in this lifetime. So embrace it, embrace the unknown, and embrace the fact for a lot of you that whatever you're about to achieve or you're doing currently, you have done this before. It is familiar. And it's something that you will continue to do in multiple lifetimes. And what it'll start with is it's when you really get it right that things will no longer carry over that past negative energies. It'll start to be positive all the time. So, a solution is on its way. Remember, you're not the same person, whether this is this lifetime or past lifetime. You have changed tremendously. You are a completely different person on a new path of discovery. And at this moment in time, they just want you to trust that and really keep moving forward. So I hope that resonated for you. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And until next time, sending light and blessings. Take care.